Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. Welcome to my YouTube station. I've worked thousands of IRS cases. I'm a national expert in IRS resolution. I worked 10 long years at the IRS, so the things that I tell you from both sides, from a tax defense side and actually working at IRS. One of the reasons it's important you hear what I have to say as I speak to you as though I'm IRS, so you're getting the information on this side of the table, so to speak. Like I said, I've worked thousands of IRS cases. Go to my website. I've been on the national news a lot. I want to talk to you today if you have certified tax debt to the United States government. A long time ago, about 8-9 years ago, the federal government decided to throw in some little legislation on this long bill that says if you owed over $52,000 at that time, now it's $62,000 today in 2024. It hasn't gone up yet in 25, but if that's the case, what IRS does, they say, hey, you probably got some money. You want to travel. We can put pressure on you. Therefore, guess what? We're not giving you your passport. So what we're going to do is we're going to file a federal tax lien because you have certified tax debt. You owe serious money to the IRS. I don't think that's serious for some of the stuff I've seen. And then they file a federal tax lien. They send you a 508C letter. And boom, guess what? You got 90 days to fix the problems. If you don't, guess what? You don't have a passport anymore. And you got to apply all over again. That's exactly how this process works. So if you want your passport, what do you have to do? Well, you've got to make a plan of action, and you're gonna have to call the Internal Revenue Service, and IRS is going to take a financial statement. As a result, there's 3 avenues for you to go ahead and work your case. You can either file an offer and compromise. Don't do that unless you're eligible. All you're doing is creating a mess for yourself. IRS doesn't accept any offer and compromise. I used to teach the program. I'm just telling you this out of love. That's something you don't want to do unless you're eligible. You're going to get a payment agreement, which most people do because they don't know what the hell they're doing. They panic. They call IRS. They want to travel. They got an agreement they can't keep, and then they're going to be burned for the future. You don't want to do that. The other program is currently non-collectible, which means you can't afford to pay your taxes at all based on your financial statement. So what happens is IRS gets this financial statement. What we do when we get the case, we look at it, we try to shine it up if we can, polish your financial statement a little, and then we call IRS and get an agreement that you can live with, and then you can travel back and forth. So anyway, if that's you and you need help, we are really good. I've been doing this a long time. Don't go crazy. Don't just be calling any firm who thinks they know what they're doing. Unless you really know what you're doing here, you can be burned by IRS because you're giving them a lot of wrong information. Call my team if you need me. I answer all phone calls myself. Thank you for listening. Give me if you would, give me a subscription. I used to say prescription. That kind of look weird, but I do need subscription. It really helps me grow up the ranks. Thank you so much. I appreciate your day. Remember, don't get into a payment agreement you don't want. Okay? Blessings.